There you see a little bit more of those issues coming back. We'll see if we can't get that worked out, race fans. Trying to get it all fixed up, figured out here for you. Looks like all the numbers looking right. So we'll try to get through this here just another way. There you go. We'll get rid of that for just a brief moment. Try to run down this race here. Your race leader, Julian Altina, takes the green flag on the outside. There you see him down. Making some laps now, starting tonight's race already with a big-time breakaway. Look at the massive amount of cars out there on track right now. Lap number 1, and now drivers beginning to fight for positions as your race leader has already made it down the back stretch. There you can see Altina with a foe in tow. And it looks like the gremlins just seem to keep coming back here, so we're going to have to try to figure this out here in just a brief moment. We do apologize. Looks like we do have an issue on track. Looks like there is a few drivers with a moment, so looks like caution flag may be flying. We're going to break away here for just a brief commercial break, try to take care of these technical issues. Don't go anywhere. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Race fans, we have got things back to the way they need to be, so there you go. Back to the action track side. We do apologize about that, and you know, David in the chat, if that's your opinion, I do apologize. You know, sometimes technical issues do happen, but if you know, that's the way you feel, have at it, my man. Anyways, trackside still rolling at the front of the field. You're back-to-back-to-back season champion, your pole sitter here in tonight's California 300. Julian Altina still leading the field, has about a 0.6 of a second race advantage, and caution flag flies once again here now for the second time tonight at Auto Club. Looks like we do have a few drivers that unfortunately may be out of tonight's race. Looks like Christian Jasper, Bart Feuerstein out of the race, as well as Tony Patty out of the race. Gets ready to go back to the green flag. Ford Mustang pace car ducking off. War set to go back. Green flag racing, ladies and gentlemen. Green flags in the air, and away we go once again here at Auto Club Speedway. Altina leads this long train of cars down into turn 1. Nobody even close. Nobody in the vicinity. Not even going to have a chance. Matt Houston right there in the dirty air, sitting in the second spot there. You can find Luis Gonzalez just behind him. Victor Santos right there in that bright yellow machine. There you see him coming up through the field, trying to make a few more positions as your top 4 have stepped away. Battle just behind them, Maxi Stang as well as Oscar Gonzalez. Side-by-side battle right there through the triangle, crossing the stripe for the 6th spot. We do have a few more battles out there on track. Multiple battles, as a matter of fact, all the way back through your top 20. Looks like Alex Van de Sande making a pass right now. Oscar Gonzalez making a pass on Maxi's stand. Van de Sande passing Lewis Woodall that last time by. Stedman making a pass on Robert Sadler as well. So multiple drivers making their way up through the field, trying to make some passes, as now Gonzalez looks to try to work over Santos. Three-car battle right here. Santos, Stang, Gonzalez. Who's going to take the 4th spot? Looks like it's going to go into the hands of Gonzalez right now. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, let's get back to the battle for the race lead, because here comes Houston. He's all over that rear wing of Altina. Altina trying to work that dirty air, give a little bit of aero push, but not having any of it. Going to the top side goes Houston, trying to make that high side work for him. Not going to be able to do so just yet. He'll continue trying to run down Julian right now. Here comes Luis Nunez looking to the inside, looking to make it 3 wide for a brief moment. Thought better of it. He falls back in line just behind Houston. Top 3 have now broke away. They've got themselves a 2.1 second race advantage over Oscar Gonzalez, sitting in the 4th spot. Still a heavy battle going on for the 5th and 6th position. Victor Santos and Maxi Stang going at it lap after lap here. We're still trying to look at all the battles going on track here, because you've got Chad Lurdy. He's battling here for position with Dave Stedman. Just behind them, Lewis Woodall making a pass on Powell Rodriguez. Christopher Kresge right there trying to make up some time, make some positions. Alex Van de Sant, there you see him looking to the outside. This is all the way back in the 21st position. So as I already said and alluded to, ladies and gentlemen, there are battles all over this racetrack. We'll jump back at the front here as Altena leads the field back off of turn number 2. Down the back stretch, weaving, bobbing, trying to make up some ground. Houston looking for a way around Altena. Kresge making his way up and around Jimmy Hetrick. So Jimmy Herrick losing the 21st position. Houston passing Altena for P1. Now here comes Altena back to the front of the field. Kresge making a pass on Michael Jeffries for P20 right now. So multiple drivers still making their way up through the field. And I tell you what, there is just action all over this racetrack, race fans. Hard to clue in and zone in on one great battle, because there are small great battles all over this speedway right now. This 3-car battle up at the front involving Julian Altena, Matt Houston, and Luis Nunez. Hugging that white line is Altena, and you gotta wonder how long he can keep it pinned down there on the bottom. How long before those tires start to give just a little bit, as Houston gonna take the lead for just a brief moment. There you see him leading by a nose going through 1 and 2. He's gonna give up a little bit of ground as Altena comes flying off of turn number 2. Drag race down the backstretch. New race leader on the outside. And that race first sponsored Dallara IR18. Matt Houston trying to take that top spot away, not able to do so. Looking to cross over, dropping to the bottom this time. Looking to put Altena up on the high line, back to the front. New race leader in hand and secure this time. No fight back out of Altena. Matt Houston goes to the race lead. And there you can actually see some of these drivers slowly making their way back into the picture. Oscar Gonzalez starting to make his appearance on the scene and running in that 4th spot. Maxi Stang, he's slowly closing the distance on Gonzalez as well, so we may just have ourselves a 5-car battle here in the next handful of laps. And we haven't mentioned it yet, race fans. These drivers were all to pit road on lap number 16. That is a long time ago, upwards of 30 laps ago. These drivers it can go quite a long time on fuel, but how much are you willing to let go of those tires? As we watch the front of the field, your race leader, Matt Houston, Julian Altena, make their way up and around some lap traffic. Looks like Jimmy Herrick gonna go a 1 lap down. Herrick going to be scored, the first car off of the lead lap in the lucky dog position. Matt Houston still maintaining the top spot as he's got Altena right there chasing him down. And lap traffic has brought Altena. He is there. Dive to the bottom in turn 3 for the race lead. Will he have enough to clear him? Washing up through the center of 3 and 4 to the high side. Back to the point. Oh my goodness, Nunez almost into that outside wall. Robert Sadler brings his machine to pit road. That looks like it is not a scheduled stop. Sadler on pit road for a very long time, so 3 laps ago bringing his machine to pit road, so falling way off the pace now after some hard contact with the wall. There you go, finally making the pass. Your top two, now make it your top three, all making their way by. Marcus Hudson, as Matt Houston falling off the pace just a little bit here late in the goings on this green flag run. Houston was able to charge to the front, take away the race lead from Altena, but now sliding back on the track, back into the third spot. Looks like we've got more drivers with some scheduled pit stops underway. Jamie Jenkins down onto pit road. He's going to bring his 2 machine in for some service. This may very well just be the one and only stop here for Jenkins. They're going to be giving up a lot of time to Altena. And here you see Luis Nunez slow on the track. He's going to bring it to pit road. Houston as well as Gonzalez bring it to pit road. Maxie Stang going to stay out on track. Thomas Gessler right there now running in the second position. He stays out on track as well as Oscar Fredrickson. Looks like Louis Woodall, Alex Van de Sant, as well as Paul Rodriguez. Shane Coogan going to stay out on track. Gary Godso moving up, staying out on track. Christopher Kresge also bypasses pit road. Dave Stedman stays out, as well as Nick DeGroot. Your top 11 drivers all staying out on track. Some of them have been to pit road long time ago. Some of them going to pit road for the first time here tonight. Your race leader staying out on track, as second and third both come to pit road. Gessler and Fredrickson to pit road. That's going to leave Woodall, Van de Sant, Rodriguez, and Coonan still out there on track. We'll take a look back here through the field. What has happened to Julian Altena? Altena being scored off the lead lap. Looking through timing and scoring, not seeing any penalties issued to Altena. Very interesting to see how this is all going to shake out. Altena being scored, the first car 1 lap down. We have got quite a bit of house cleaning to go through for you here. We'll wait until the green flag cycle of pit stops gets done and over with. We get all that sorted on out. Looks like Maxie Stang as well as Dave Stedman to pit road that time by your race leader now. Louis Woodall, rookie, leading a few laps here tonight, trying to grab a point or two by leading a lap. He was on to pit road on lap number 23, as well as Alex Van de Sant. Shane Coogan staying out on track for quite some time, as it looks like Paul Rodriguez and Gary Godso both to pit road this time by, so they'll get 4 fresh Firestones and try to get up there and take away a few more spots as we continue this long stretch of green flag racing. Scratch that. Coogan gets passed by Jeffries. We'll take a look at this battle going on as the 22 sticks the bottom, makes the pass, moves in to the top 10, up through the field after a great pit stop. He's looking to take advantage of those fresher tires. He stayed out a little bit longer than some of the drivers that he's trying to run down, and we'll see how he goes here for the rest of the race. Coogan getting his way back by Jeffries as he slides back into that 10th spot. Oh no, sounded like a little bit of contact with the wall somewhere on the track. Not seeing any incidents right now though, as this is pretty much one of your closest battles on track. This one right here, battle for the top, battle for a top 10, the last top 10 spot. Heavily sought after position, heavily battled on track right now between Shane Coogan and Michael Jeffries. Jeffries looking to the inside, not going to be able to make the pass just yet. He's going to fall back behind Coogan, try to do it here in another lap or so. Side by side battle going on here between Victor Santos and Paul Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking to the inside now. He's going to take that spot away, going to move into the 13th position and trying to follow suit right on through. Driver off the pace just a little bit. I say off the pace, but there you see Nunez making his way by Santos. And that's going to leave us with just 13 drivers left on the lead lap now, as Victor Santos being passed by your race leader, Luis Gonzalez Nunez, putting down a very, very fast pace as of right now. That time by 34:20 for your race leader. And figure out what happened here. We'll go back one more time, take a look. Oh my, and there you see hard impact from Tyler Bloom into that outside wall. Ford Mustang pace car gonna make that left-hand turn. That means we're set to go back. Green flag racing once again. And on the gas, green flag flies once again here at Auto Club Speedway for the California 300 presented by our INDYCAR iRacing. Leads Nunez off to a great jump over Houston, trying his best to get back up there, trying to reel Nunez back in, but not able to do so. We've got some more battles going on. Look at that back there through the field. Just behind Victor Santos, we've got more drivers battling out there. You can see that battle going on right there. Gary Godso involved in this three-wide battle back there. Alex Van de Sant also involved in that little battle. And Julian Altina having to come to pit road, and that's going to put him back down one lap as he is on pit road for his final service of the night. Looks like Altina gonna fall victim to the race leader and gonna fall back off of the lead lap. You're watching Gary Godso. He's trying to make his way up through the field as it looks like Nunez still keeping control of the field at the front. There you see the gap, 0.6 of a second over Matt Houston, not having anything for the race leader on this latest restart. Gessler slowly trying to close in the distance on Maxi Stang. Oscar Fredrickson nowhere to really be seen in this picture right now. Fredrickson well off the pace, 2.4 seconds off of your race leader. Looking back at timing and scoring, and it looks like Alex Van de Sant had an issue, and around he goes off track. That's not going to be good. Back to pit road on a very, very long pit stop. We'll take a look back, see what happened here with Van de Sant. And there you see him just trying to get it wound up in contact, and that's going to be enough to put him well behind the field. Back up at the front with your race leader. Luis Nunez trying to break the air, trying to break the draft, trying to get away from the field even more, because here comes Houston back with a run. 1.2 seconds back, and Houston scrapes the wall coming off of turn 2. Off of turn 4, I should say, scraping the wall. Driver in that second position, and that's going to let Maxi Stang catch up just a little bit. Stang 2.7 seconds back from your race leader, and now gaps beginning to grow. Gessler sitting 3.3 seconds back, but only 0.5, a half a second back out of a podium spot. There you can see driver trying to chase his way into a podium spot. Thomas Gessler trying to make a splash early here in season number 3. Houston slowly but surely closing that gap back down. 2.1 seconds now separates himself from Nunez. And I wonder if anybody's going to slowly start saving some fuel here. Maybe start running a different fuel map to get to the end rather than hit pit road. We'll have to wait and see if anybody's brave enough to risk it for the biscuit here in round number 1. Who is willing to do what they've got to do to get it to victory lane? Start off 2021 with a bang here for Velocity Online Racing right now. Looks like Luis Nunez is going to be the driver to put his name on the trophy here tonight. Battle that we were watching back here between Nick DeGroot and Christopher Kresge has dissipated. Kresge losing 1.2 seconds. He's slowly falling back into the clutches of the man behind him on the track. Shane Coogan trying to take away that 7th spot. Now Coogan running some fast times, 34.28 that last time by. Not too far off your race leader. We've got more drivers to pit road. Chad Lurdy to pit road, as well as Tyler. I apologize. Only one driver to pit road, as Alex Van Descent still down there trying to fix that machine. Still see if he can't get it out there and make a few more laps, possibly pick up a position or two by the end of this thing. We'll have to wait and see how all that shakes out and works out for him. Meanwhile, back trackside, Christopher Kresge still trying to keep Shane Coogan just behind him. 1 second separate those two drivers as he has lost touch with Nick DeGroot. DeGroot now 1.3 second advantage over Coogan. Close battles going on back here. Here you can see a scrum of cars all packed up with each other. Nick DeGroot, Paul Rodriguez, Jamie Jenkins, Christopher Kresge, Shane Coogan, all mired right here in this pack. That is from about 6th on back. Battles on the restart have been pretty hot and heavy. Now making the pass. Christopher Kresge making the pass on Jamie Jenkins that time by for the 8th position. But Jenkins not giving up just yet. Looks like Nick DeGroot up there trying to take away a position as well from Fredrickson, but not able to get there just yet. Now looking to dive to the inside is Kresge. He drops to the bottom, goes to the inside of Paul Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking for the crossover, back down to the bottom. Back down to the bottom of the racetrack goes Rodriguez. He's going to take that 7th spot back away from Kresge, as Kresge's stuck running that outside lane and way up the track. Way up the track, I believe that was Victor Santos going way up the track, as now Kresge looks back to the bottom. Big move. They're heading into turn number 3. We'll check back in with the front of the field. Your race leader now stepping out to a 1.1 second race advantage over Matt Houston. Houston still having to deal with Maxie staying right there in tow. Back up at the front, we'll go back up to this battle right here. Battle for 2nd on the track as Maxie Stang slowly starting to close the distance on Matt Houston. That is a battle for the 2nd and 3rd position. Thomas Gessler right there in 4th, ready to pounce if either of these drivers make a mistake. And Nunez has been able to step it on out. 1.2 race advantage for your leader. Final lap, white flag flies for the race leader, Luis Nunez. Going to take the white flag just one more time around. But as I was saying about Jim Herrick, just out there, perseverance, hard work, staying on the track as long as you can, picking up multiple positions here. That's going to pay off later on in the season, but paying off with a great run here tonight. Walking off of turn number 4 back to the tri-oval, gonna cross the stripe. Checkered flag flies, your race winner here for the first time in season number 3, the 11 of Luis Nunez. Driver finishing in the 2nd spot, Matt Houston. 3rd place, and rounding out your podium, Maxie Stang crosses the line to end his California 300 here, presented by our INDYCAR iRacing Leagues. Velocities on line racings. California 300 presented by our INDYCAR Racing Leagues. Luis Gonzalez Nunez walking away with the race win. Matt Houston finishing in 2nd. Maxie Stang right there in the 93, rounding out your podium here tonight. Oscar Fredrickson walking away in 4th. 5th goes to Nick DeGroot. Jamie Jenkins right there in the 6th spot. The 16 of Christopher Kresge slotting home in 7th. Paul Rodriguez gonna come home in the 8th spot. 9th goes to Shane Godson. 10th of Victor Santos. Dave Stedman gonna walk away in 11th. 12th place goes to the 3 of Gary Godso. The 1 of Julian Altada after walking away with the pole position. Not having a good night. Speeding penalty on the pit road relegates his night 2 laps down, finishing in the 13th spot. Thomas Gessler with some hard contact towards the ends of the race. He's going to finish in 14th. 15th goes to Marcus Hudson. The 97 of Chad Lurdy going to come home in 16th. 17 goes to Jim Herrick. Chris Scala going to walk away in 24th.